I'm still confused as to why that song was not already in the system, because I swear I have played that song before. I don't know if Jay just deleted the song out of the library, because I've noticed he's deleted songs in the past, or maybe Victor deleted it. I don't know. I know I would have never taken it out of the library. Starting off the show with Silverstein's Confession, which, by the way, we are giving away tickets to go see them along with Story of the Year at the Complex in Salt Lake City on July 23rd. If you want to win tickets for that, listen for the cue to call. Be caller 15 when you do at 208-535-1015 and try to guess the correct emo band out of the 3 emo band names that I give you. We're calling that game Emo or Fako. Yeah, we give you 3 different band names. 2 of them are made up. 1 of them is real. You have to guess the right one in order to win those tickets. Plus, every ticket winner will be entered into a contest for a meet and greet with either band. I wasn't told which one it is. Could be both. Could be Story of the Year. Could be Silverstein. Who knows? But I do know that we got hooked up with a meet and greet package for one lucky listener who is already going to have tickets for the show. Anyway, it's Peach's Pit Party on this pre-Friday, aka Thursday, May 28th, 2026. The state of Utah is offering people advice on ways to avoid conflicts with moose this summer that could result in injury. It seems that moose, when threatened, will charge, knock someone over, stomp on them, or their dog even, which of course, I like how it says here, that's not good. No kidding. Anyone stuck in a battle with a moose has options. You stay calm, do not run away. It says also talk as you slowly back away in the direction you came, and if a moose knocks you down, curl into a ball and lie there, or curl into a ball, protect your head, and lie still until the moose retreats. But what if the moose keeps on hitting you? You know, moose, they're very scary. I mean, people don't realize how big they are. They're tall, big creatures. If you drive your car into them, your car is totaled. Like, the moose will be obviously eviscerated. Like, even if you're driving like a Ford F-650, the moose is going to be blown to pieces. But at the same time, those moose, how much do they weigh? How much does a moose weigh? Let's find out here. Wow. 840 to 1,500 pounds for the males, 440 to 1,100 pounds for the females. Jeez, yeah, imagine that. It's like crashing into another car, almost. The heaviest confirmed moose on record was a bull shot in the Yukon River in 1897. It weighed 1,808 pounds. Wow. That's insane. I remember back in the day, or not back in the day, a few years back when Little Russell used to work here. He just started at the time, and so we were introducing him to all the different things that happened here in the building, including the noon hour of Madness and Mayhem, and he barely talked at this point. Like, we were trying our best to get him to do so. And we were talking about moose for whatever reason, I don't know. And the one thing he said, after how I mentioned how moose are so weirdly shaped, he goes, "Just like your mother?" Out of nowhere. Still one of the funniest things to ever happen on the noon hour of Madness and Mayhem. I should have been keeping track this entire year so far. So for 2026, I should have been keeping track of the best breaks of the noon hour of Madness and Mayhem to put together an end of the year compilation between me and Victor of the funniest moments on the show. Maybe I still can. Maybe I can go through the podcasts and find the funniest ones and just take those breaks out. It involves a lot of work, but I'll see about doing that. Anyway, it's Peach's Pit Party. Enough of me talking. I'll be back here in just a few on K-Bear 101. You know, we started off the show talking about moose and how they're pretty scary. Not as scary, though, as a silverback gorilla or a gorilla of any kind. And I was talking about this with my friends last night because it popped up on my Facebook feed of a few pages posted about how on May 28th, 2016, Harambe was killed because of that 3-year-old child that fell into his enclosure. The child survived, but the incident sparked a massive debate online, turned Harambe into an internet legend. You know, everyone knows that classic phrase that I cannot repeat on the air at all. But I can't believe it's been 10 years since the world lost Harambe. And I'm looking at the different statuses here on Facebook. Yep, there's the hashtag. I was looking for it. Literally, I wasn't looking for it. I just opened up the comment section. The first comment that I see is the hashtag. I'll just say bleep out for Harambe. Wow, 10 years. 10 years since that happened. Time flies, man. Let's continue here. Sausin, is that how you say the band's name? I forget. Starting over again on Peach's Pit Party. Today should be a good day for a burger, considering it's National Hamburger Day, but as we found out on the Victor Wiltz Show this morning, there aren't too many great deals out there for them. I think we were talking about deals like a whole $1 off burgers at particular fast food restaurants across the country. If you want to pay almost full price for a burger, I mean, go for it. Or if you want to pay full price somewhere, go just get a burger today for National Hamburger Day. But then what's funny is that the radio prep tells me that, and then it goes, what's the worst food atrocity you have ever been served? And I might need to ask this for to Peach their own during the 4 p.m. hour. Someone said, I once had a friend whose crunchy mom would cook her signature dish whenever I didn't manage to wiggle my way out of her dinner invitations. The dish, plain spaghetti noodles, carrots, and broccoli, all boiled in the same pot and, of course, overcooked to kingdom come. No sauce, no seasoning, even salt and pepper were not available in the household. It was one big, writhing, tasteless mess swimming around on a plate. Disgusting. I made a homemade quiche for my then future in-laws. My father-in-law drowned his piece in ketchup. I've talked about it before, that I swear to this day that I've seen Victor put ketchup on sushi, and he was eating it with a fork. Just like he wasn't even like putting the ketchup on top of the sushi. No, he stabbed a piece of sushi with the fork, then drenched it in ketchup, and then ate it. He still denies it to this day, but I swear I saw him do it. What's the worst food atrocity you've ever been served? I see this other answer here. Macaroni and cheese with sugar in it and pasta salad with spaghetti noodles, which didn't bother me as much as the whole baby carrots. Oh, some people just don't know how to cook. Maybe I'll ask this a little bit later on this afternoon for to Peach their own during the 4 p.m. hour here on Peach's Pit Party. I'm pretty sure we are the only radio station on the planet that plays Knocked Loose at all hours of the day, or at any point for that matter. Knocked Loose, I was watching their little vlog this morning as I was scheduling music in the Cannonball studio, and I was watching Brian get diagnosed with almost I think it was Bell's palsy, where like the left side of your face, you can't feel it, you lose control of one side of your face. It's extremely scary. He was talking about how his tongue went numb for 4 days, and then he lost control of his left eye and left side of his mouth and all of that. Well, he still performed over there in Europe. Like, two of my biggest fears. Having some kind of thing happen with my face where all of a sudden I lose control and it becomes like a stroke. And also having that happen somewhere way far away from any help at all. And he was in Bulgaria, I think, or maybe Romania with the band, so he had to go to the emergency room. And he still performed. I'm shocked Knocked Loose still put on a show even after being diagnosed with that, being told he needs to rest. Knocked Loose just announced a headlining tour with Denzel Curry, Super Heaven, and Boundaries. You want to talk about a heavy show or a heavy tour overall? Jeez. Knocked Loose, Boundaries in the same night, and it's coming to Salt Lake City. The Union Event Center in early November. I'm getting this put on our concert calendar at riverbendmediagroup.com/calendar. All the shows coming to the area are always put on there. All right? You can even find the shortcut to it via the K-Bear 101 app. If you're tuned in right now via the app, open up the menu, click on concert calendar. It'll take you directly to it. So many shows coming to the area. Very, very excited for it. This next band is also coming to the area August 10th. with Coheed and Cambria, From Ashes to New, and DJ Rockfeed. I'm talking about Shinedown. They're going to be at the Extra Mile Arena in Boise. Here's Safe and Sound on Peach's Pit Party. Travis Kelce is a huge fan of two teams from his hometown, the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Guardians, and now he's putting his money where his fandom is. Kelce has purchased a minority stake in the Guardians for an undisclosed price. He said, I've been lucky enough to have a front row seat to good ownership in my career, and I know the best teams prioritize culture. Everyone is there to play their role, and right now I'm here to observe and learn and really to support the team and the city when and where I can. Kelce joins a long list of athletes that are minority investors in baseball teams. LeBron James is invested in the Boston Red Sox. Giannis Antetokounmpo, the Milwaukee Brewers. Cade Cunningham, Texas Rangers. Tom Brady, Las Vegas Raiders. And Kelce's Chiefs teammate Patrick Mahomes, who is a minority owner with the Kansas City Royals. Pickleball has steadily grown in popularity over the past few years, so it's not surprising that some players might get frustrated with the game, and it drove one Pennsylvania man to revenge. Saif Kaleem was charged with allegedly vandalizing multiple pickleball courts after being injured while playing. Police say the 31-year-old was seen using crutches to get around when he visited two parks in Pocono Township. And he reportedly told them that pickleball caused the unspecified injury reasonable for ruining his summer and driving him to lash out. Kaleem was charged with criminal mischief, disorderly conduct, trespassing for cutting 4 different pickleball nets in one tennis court net. Everybody loves a cute bat dog. Well, everyone except LA Dodgers prospect Kendall George, who's one of the fastest players in the minor leagues. George, who plays for the AA Tulsa Drillers, was coming around to score on a single from a player that I can't even pronounce. Josu DePaula, is that how you say his name? Josu DePaula single when the bat dog came by him to retrieve DePaula's bat, forcing George to jump out of the way, land awkwardly on his left leg. A video of the game showed George hobbling back to the dugout, slamming his helmet in frustration. That does it for your Shot Clock Sports Update right here on K-Bear 101. It is K-Bear 101 and our sister station, Classy 97. They do this every year. People get very excited for it. They start messaging the Classy 97 Facebook page in like January asking, when are you guys doing the Second Chance Prom? Well, it's back again. It's been announced. Saturday, June 6th at the waterfront at Snake River Landing from 8 to 11 p.m. Classy 97's 27th annual Second Chance Prom. This year's theme is Royal Regency Ball, inspired by Bridgerton. So you can break out the fancy fit, dress for the Regency era, or just show up as you are and have a great time. Tickets are just $10 per person online. You can go through the app. It'll say Second Chance Prom right there on the menu. Click on that. It'll take you to klce.com. You can also buy the tickets at the door the night of the event. But also, there are limited free tickets available while they last at Closet Revival, Mahana Fresh, Black Tie Car Wash. Limit 4 tickets per person. So grab your date, your friends, or your entire royal court. And hopefully we'll see you at the Classy 97 Second Chance Prom. I'll be working the whole thing, so you'll see me next Saturday. It'll also be Victor's birthday, so I'll make sure to give him a nice birthday boy button to put on his fancy suit. Here's Bad Omens, Dying to Love on K-Bear 101. It's crazy to believe that Pokemon was introduced 30 years ago in 1996, the same year that I was born. It could be argued that it has never been more popular, considering that a whopping 10 billion Pokemon cards were printed last year. And that wasn't enough to stop shortages and scalping. The world's population is around 8.3 billion people. That means more Pokemon cards were printed than there are human beings on planet Earth. Could you imagine that? It's just wild to me that people are only obsessed with it only because of the money factor. Like, they want to get that PSA grade 10 Charizard, whatever. Even the lead singer, Brian from Fame on Fire, he has his own like card collecting account where he also goes to those conventions and sells cards. I mean, if you're in a rock and metal band, you got to make some money on the side doing something else. I was just talking to Chase Wilson of Sulphur, and he mentioned that he works at nights when he's not on tour with the band. Talk about hustling, you know? It is really funny to see those people that are waiting for a Pokemon vending machine. I have not seen a single one of those, which I'm sure they're not here in the area, but they're probably in places with a much bigger population. But you see these people just running after the vending machines. I mean, there's been people here in the area that have waited outside of Target for the next restock, and they only do it because they want to just sell those cards for the most money possible. It is so funny to me. Like, I was never really into the whole Pokemon craze. I do have friends that can name like every single Pokemon ever. I know if you call them Pokemon instead of Pokemon, they get really upset. Kind of like those people that if you say Boise instead of Boise, they get extremely upset. It's like, it's just a bunch of cardboard, just a bunch of paper, not even cardboard, it's like card stock. Pokemon cards. If you have your old collection lying around somewhere, check the value of each one of those cards. I'm sure one of them in there at least will give you a good amount of money. We are giving away a Camp Chef DLX pellet grill, and here's how to make your way into the drawing with as many entries as possible. You can play The Price is Charred by calling 208-535-1015 when you hear the cue to play. You'll go head-to-head with another listener and guess the price of a barbecue item without going over to score 5 entries into the grand prize drawing. You can also enter anytime on the station app, just once per app. If you've already signed up on all 3 apps, you are good to go there. Plus, you can get 5 more entries just for showing up at the Gun Shop Customer Appreciation Day this Saturday, May 30th. I will be there broadcasting live from 10 to noon, where we'll draw the winner live on location, K-Bear 101 in the Gun Shop, making it a hot grill summer. Your chance to finally upgrade that sad excuse for a grill. Plus, I'll be giving away our final pair of pit tickets to Papa Roach Set It Off in Autumn Kings at the Gun Shop, only for those who show up. Customer Appreciation Day. You could go home with a new grill and pit tickets. A barbecue pit, and also getting yourself into the pit for Papa Roach. How awesome's that? Hot Grill Summer, powered by the Gun Shop again this Saturday. Put it on your calendar. The Gun Shop from 10 to noon. Come see me there. Here's Poppy, Time Will Tell on K-Bear 101. Imagine going out to eat with, like, let's say your mom, maybe even your grandma, and all of a sudden, this gust of wind just blows this umbrella straight towards her, and it kills her. There was this woman in South Carolina that was killed at a restaurant over the weekend when an airborne umbrella hit her in the head and neck, and she died. She was eating out of this patio. Yeah, just killed, just like that. It just went right through her. She had a laceration to her head and neck area. EMS followed protocol, but could not revive her. The coroner's office pronounced her dead about an hour after the initial call for help. The coroner said no one else was injured that day. At that point, you just have to accept it was her time, I guess, because it's like, how unlucky can you get? On the noon hour of Madness and Mayhem, we talked about the Final Destination movies, and sure enough, that would have been a perfect scene for one of them. I'm sure. Is that not in one of those movies? It's been a long time since I've seen any of the Final Destination films. I think I saw the first 3, and then I stopped after that. Maybe even just the first 2, and stopped after that. But yeah, it's been a while since I've seen those films. I need to watch the new one, according to Victor. I've heard it's rather good. I don't know, because when I watched those movies, I was already afraid of everything, but I could not imagine watching those movies and being afraid of everything afterwards. I wouldn't want to leave the house, you know? Anyway, it's Sublime now, Ensenada on K-Bear 101. So I found out today that I'll be the one hosting traffic school tomorrow morning, unless things all of a sudden change. I was in here a tad bit earlier on this morning, and Victor walks up and goes, "Hey, I have this appointment at 9. Would you be able to do traffic school powered by the Advocates?" I said, "Sure, why not?" So hopefully he wrote down that question that we talked about on his morning show this morning. Doesn't look like he did. Well, I guess I'll have to do it. There was that viral video of that woman with no right hand. She was ticketed for using her phone with her right hand. The cop didn't see that she had no right hand whatsoever. And the cop was just arguing with her back and forth about the whole thing. And now she's speaking out after the citation was dismissed. I mean, the whole thing went viral. Millions of views across multiple platforms. The officer insisted he saw her hold her device with her right hand and continued to ask whether she was using her phone while behind the wheel. He then asked to put her hand to God, and she threw up her right arm, prompting him to say the other hand to God. The officer then went on to ask for her license and registration before writing the citation. I could not imagine. Is this cop going to have a job afterwards? He has to apply for another officer position somewhere else, and they ask him why he got let go from his previous job, and he has to say, I accused this lady of texting while driving, and she had no right hand. It's like, oh, you're that guy. You're that guy from the viral video. Again, Traffic School, powered by The Advocates. Tomorrow morning, 8:45, hosted by, me this week, and Lieutenant Crane of the Idaho State Police. Remember that story we talked about where the guy bought a plane ticket for his humanoid robot so it could fly on Southwest? Southwest has officially responded by basically saying, absolutely not, never again. Southwest has now banned human-like and animal-like robots from both cabins and checked baggage after that robot named Stewie. Was it Stewie? I think there was a different robot, I thought. This robot went viral flying from Las Vegas to Dallas in its own window seat, and I just could not imagine. I mean, it'd probably be the easiest passenger to sit next to because it wouldn't need to use the restroom, and it's also 4 feet tall, so you wouldn't have to worry about it taking over your armrest. It would just be kind of weird that there's just this robot that could potentially just go buck wild. Did it go buck wild? Is that why it got banned, or what was the whole reason for this thing? Is it because it had that battery in it that could not allow it to fly or something like that? I'm not sure, but I guess Southwest just said, no more robots, and so far they're the only airline to say no robots in their rules. So there's that. Let's play some Social Distortion, Born to Kill on K-Barrel 101. We got two crazy contenders for today's What the Headline. I'm going to have to go with this one, though. And if the other one is worth talking about, I'll talk about it in the next break, okay? A Florida chiropractor clinic known for its pun-filled roadside sign is making news after one joke went too far, at least for one passerby. For years, the clinic in Palm Harbor has used humor like, we never crack under pressure. We won't stop until everyone is cracked up, to catch drivers' attention. But the most recent sign appears to have triggered one man. The sign read, licensed crack dealer. That's when police say 23-year-old Benjamin Fragile didn't get the joke. He allegedly smashed the sign with bricks and a branch, telling arriving officers he thought the message was illegal and he was being a concerned citizen. But what wasn't a joke was the damage he caused, totaling more than $1,000, landing him in jail on a felony criminal mischief charge. What a moron. Stop being offended for dumb things overall. There's jokes out there. They exist. I get it if a joke goes way too far, but at the same time, stop being so easily offended and grow up. Just because the chiropractic office is licensed crack dealer. I'm going to go take a brick and break the sign as a concerned citizen. Don't put your nose in other people's business. It's just a fun joke. Come on now. I'm getting upset about this. I need to stop. That's today's What the Headline right here on K-Barrel 101. I feel like there's been a good amount of stories as of late about dogs accidentally firing guns. What is going on? Police in Nebraska say this woman was injured in a bizarre accident outside a convenience store. This dog accidentally fired a shotgun. This is the third time in the past couple of weeks this has happened. The incident happened in Scottsbluff last weekend. The man had parked his truck, got inside the store, leaving a dog in the back seat. The animal moved around, somehow pulled the trigger on a loaded shotgun inside the vehicle. The gun discharged through the truck's door, and a pellet struck a woman who was stopped at a nearby traffic light with her arm resting out the window. She was taken to a hospital with non-life-threatening injuries, which is good. Police say the case remains under investigation, and they're using it as a reminder that it's illegal and dangerous to have a loaded shotgun in a vehicle. Let's go ahead and put that in the traffic school powered by the Advocates notes. Is it, what could happen if your dog shoots your gun? That kind of thing. Is it illegal here? I'm assuming it's illegal countrywide. I'm hoping it's illegal. Who knows? Maybe I'll have to ask that myself personally to Lieutenant Crane tomorrow morning at 8:45. Let's do some era right now. Here's Black Cloud on K-Barrel 101. I wanted to sort of wrap up the show talking about this because I thought it was interesting myself. There's an article going around where chefs were asked, what's the worst day to go out to eat? A lot of them said Sunday. The reasoning actually makes sense. Chefs say Sundays are often when top staff are off. Ingredients have been sitting around longer after the weekend rush. Restaurants are trying to survive on fumes, pretty much. If you've ever worked in food service, Sunday night feels different. You know, everyone's tired. The kitchen's tired. The dishwasher's fighting demons. Some servers reconsidering every life choice they've ever made. They said Mondays can be rough too because restaurants are restocking inventory, resetting after the weekend. Thursday, though, is the best day to eat out according to chefs because restaurants, they're fully stocked, fully staffed, not slammed into oblivion yet. Friday and Saturday, they're trying to survive, but Thursday, the best day. I guess that was an interesting break. I don't know. It was something to talk about. I apologize if it was boring to you. All right, I'll stop talking now. Thanks for listening to Peach's Pit Party, the podcast. If you enjoyed the show, please share, subscribe, and rate the podcast. Peach's Pit Party is hosted by me, Peaches, a.k.a. Brendan Peach, and is a production of Riverbend Media Group. For more information or to contact the show, visit riverbendmediagroup.com. Until next time, Peach out.